Agriculture in India, Part 1, Unit 6. After listening to this class, you will be able to define the term agriculture. You will understand the types of farming. You will understand the various cropping seasons. And you will know the major crops grown in India. And you will able to classify the food crops and non-food crops. And you will also able to locate the food crops and non-food crops on India map. Now children, let us know what is meant by agriculture. The word agriculture is derived from a Latin word ager, which means land or field, and culture means cultivation. So agriculture means the science and art of producing crops and livestock for economic purpose. It is due to agriculture the man settled at one place, and it is the old economic activity in our country. And we all know that agriculture is the backbone of our Indian economy. And in India, about 64% of total population is dependent on agriculture for their livelihood. And as years are passing, the method of cultivation has changed depending on the physical environment and technical know-how. We will see the different types of farming in our country. Simple subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming, and commercial farming. Simple subsistence farming. So in this farming, the farmer, he grows food crops sufficient for themselves and their families. It is practiced on small patches of land, and the farmers use primitive tools like hoe, hoe, and digging sticks. And all the family members, they participate in this kind of farming, or they will take the help of the community laborers. And this farming, it depends on monsoons and natural fertility of the soil and environmental conditions. It means that there is no use of artificial fertilizers and pesticides. So normally the productivity of the land will be very low in simple subsistence farming. So you can observe in this image, the people are using the primitive tools, and this simple subsistence farming is also known as slash and burnt farming. So what the farmers do is, they cut the vegetation and they burn it off before the new seeds are grown. And this results in a layer of ash, and it provides rich nutrients to the soil. So whereby the soil becomes very fertile, and this fertile land can be used for couple of years. So you can observe this in this image. The trees are cut down, they are burnt and used for agriculture. So when the soil loses its fertility, what the farmers have to do? They have to leave that land and they have to move to another new land. And this method is used for clearing the forest land for farming. So this agriculture is called as shifting agriculture. Another type of farming is intensive subsistence farming. So this kind of farming, it is practiced in areas where the population is very high or population pressure is more on land, and here there is a requirement of more amount of labor. So that is why it is called as labor intensive farming. And the farmers, they use high doses of biochemicals like pesticides and insecticides, and also irrigation in order to increase the productivity. You can observe in this image, children, The farmers, they are using the chemical pesticides, fertilizers, irrigation in order to increase the output. Another type of farming is commercial farming. So in this farming, the farmers, they grow crops not only for their own consumption, but to sell it in the market also. That means they sell or they produce excess food crops. And this commercial farming, it is done on large scale by using high doses of modern inputs like high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides in order to increase the productivity. So you can observe how commercial farming is done in this image, children. Cropping seasons. Agriculture crops, they depend on seasons. It is not only season, it also depends on the natural resources like soil, water, sunshine, temperature and humidity. So different crops are grown in different seasons. And India has 3 cropping seasons. One is Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Now let us know about them in detail. Rabi crop. So the word Rabi, it is derived from an Arabic word which means spring. And the Rabi crops are also known as winter crops. Why? Because they are grown in the month of winter, that is from October to December. And they are harvested in the month of April to June. And the crops which are grown in Rabi season are wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. Due to western temperate cyclone, there is an availability of precipitation during the winter season. So this helps in the success of these crops. And you know Green Revolution? What is Green Revolution, children? Increase in the production of food grains is called as Green Revolution. So this Green Revolution was successful in few states like Punjab, Haryana, Western UP and parts of Rajasthan. So this is an important factor in the growth of Rabi crops. Another crop, children, it is Kharif crop. So the word Kharif means summer in Arabic. So these crops are also known as summer crops. And the sowing time is from May to June and they are harvested in the month of September to October. And the crops which are grown in Kharif season are paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, red gram, green gram, black gram, cotton, jute, groundnut and soya beans. The third cropping season is Zaid. So the word Zaid in Arabic, it means to prosper. So this is a small season in between the Rabi and Kharif season. And the Zaid crops are also known as summer crops. And these crops, they need dry weather for major growth period and longer days for flowering. And these crops are sown in the month of February to March and they are harvested in the month of April to May. And the major crops which are grown in Zaid season are watermelon, cucumber, muskmelon, vegetables and few fodder crops. Let us see what are the food crops which are grown in our country. Paddy. So this is the major food crop which is grown in India. And we all know that it is the staple food crop of majority of people in India. And China, it is the first largest producer of paddy in the world. And India is the second largest producer of paddy in the world. Paddy, it is a kharif crop and it grows well in clay soil and it requires temperature above 25 degrees and high humidity, and the rainfall should be above 100 centimeters, and in areas where there is a less rainfall, it can be grown with the help of irrigation. And this paddy, it is grown in plains of north and northeastern India, coastal areas and delta regions. So with the development of canal irrigation and tube wells, paddy can be grown in areas even there is a less rainfall also, like states Punjab, Haryana, Western UP and parts of Rajasthan. Another food crop, children, wheat. So this is also very important food crop which is grown in our country, and this is a rabi crop. And to grow this crop, it requires cool growing season and bright sunshine at the time of ripening. And the annual rainfall requirement is about 50 to 70 centimeters. This wheat is grown in areas like the Ganga Satluj plains in northwest and black soil region of Deccan Plateau. And it is the main food crop in north and northwestern parts of the country. And the major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan and parts of Madhya Pradesh. Next food crop, children, it is maize. So maize is also very important. It is grown in our country and it is a kharif crop. And it grows well in old alluvial soil. It requires 21 to 27 degrees temperature. And if we use modern inputs, we can increase the production of maize. And this maize is a food crop and it is also used as a fodder for cattle. And the states producing maize are Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Millets, children. So millets are also grown in our country. Jawar, Bajra and Ragi. These are the major millets which are grown in our country. They are also known as coarse grains. Coarse grains means they have a rough texture. But these grains are very nutritional. They have very high nutritional values in it. Jawar, it is a rain-fed crop. It means it requires more rainfall. And it is grown in moist areas which hardly requires irrigation. And Maharashtra, it is the largest producer of jawar. And the jawar producing states are Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Next millet, children, it is Bajra. So Bajra can be grown well on sandy soil and shallow black soil, means light black soil. And Rajasthan, it is the largest producer of Bajra. And it is also grown in states like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Haryana. And another important millet, it is Ragi. This Ragi crop, it grows well on red soil, black, loamy and shallow black soils. And you know, children, Karnataka, this is the largest producer of Ragi crop. Next is pulses. So our country, it is the major producer of pulses, and not only the producer, it is also the major consumer of pulses. So these are the major pulses which are grown in our country. Red gram, black gram, green gram, masoor dal, Bengal gram and peas. These are the major pulses which are grown in our country. So in order to grow these pulses, it needs less moisture, means there is no requirement of much irrigational facilities, and they can survive even in dry conditions also. And these crops are also called as leguminous crops. Why? Because they take the nitrogen from the air and they fix the nitrogen in the root nodules. So whereby it restores the soil fertility. It means that the soil becomes fertile. And most of these pulses, they are grown in rotation with other crops. It means that on a single piece of land, more than 2 crops are grown. And the major pulses producing states are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Karnataka. There are food crops other than grains. We'll look about it. Sugarcane. Sugarcane, it is a tropical and subtropical crop. It means it is grown in hot areas and it requires humid climate also. And the temperature required for growth of this crop is 21 to 27 degrees, and it requires annual rainfall around 75 centimeters and 100 centimeters. And if irrigation is provided in areas there is a low rainfall, then this crop can be grown. And this sugarcane, it can be grown on varieties of soil, and it also needs manual labor, means more number of labor is essential from the time of sowing to harvesting. And India, it is the second largest producer of sugarcane after Brazil. So Brazil is the largest producer of the sugarcane in the whole world. And let us see what are the major sugarcane producing states. Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana. These are the states which produce sugarcane. With this sugarcane, we can prepare sugar, jaggery, khandsari and molasses. So children, do you know what is molasses? It is a thick brown syrup which is produced from the raw sugarcane at the time of refining. Oil seeds. India is the largest producer of oil seeds in the whole world, and different oil seeds are grown covering approximately 12% of the total cropped areas. And most of these oil seeds edible. We use it in as a cooking medium. And these oil seeds are also used as raw material in production of soaps, cosmetics and ointments. Next oil seed, children, it is groundnut. So groundnut, it is a kharif crop and it grows well in sandy and loamy soil. And the temperature required is 30 degrees Celsius, and the rainfall requirement is around 50 to 125 centimeters. And this groundnut, it is grown majorly in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And it is also grown in states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Another oil seed is sesamum, children. Kharif crop in north and rabi crop in south. And this crop is grown in all type of soil, and it requires 24 to 32 degrees of temperature. And Gujarat, this is the largest producer of sesamum, and it is also grown in states like West Bengal, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Another oil seed, children, it is castor seed. So this castor seed, it is both a rabi and kharif crop. So in order to grow this crop, it requires hot and dry climate. and the annual rainfall should be around 500 to 800 millimeters, and the temperature should be above 40 degrees. And this crop can be grown on all varieties of soil. And Gujarat, this is the leading producer of castor seeds. And along with Gujarat, it is also grown in Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh. Next, tea. It is a beverage crop. This crop is introduced by British in our country. But today, most of the tea plantations, they are owned by Indians only. And this crop, it grows well in tropical and subtropical climate with deep and fertile, well-drained soil, which is rich in humus and organic matter. So humus means it is the dead and decayed particles of plants. And the tea bushes require warm and moist, frost-free climate throughout the year. And if there are frequent showers distributed over the year, this will help in the continuous growth of the tender leaves. And this crop, it needs more number of labor. So that is why it is also called as a labor intensive industry. So it needs more labor, and not only more labor, it also requires skilled labor. And tea is processed in tea garden. Why? Because in order to restore its freshness, it is processed in the tea garden itself. The major tea producing states are Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So they are not only the producers, even these states export tea to the world. Another crop is coffee. India produces 4% of the world's coffee production. And our Indian coffee, it is well known for its good quality in the whole world. The Arabica variety, this variety of coffee, it is brought from Yemen and it is produced in our country. And this variety, it has a great demand in the world. And this coffee cultivation was initially introduced on Baba Budan Hills. And even today, its cultivation is confined to Nilgiri Hills in Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Next, children, horticulture crops. India is one of the leading producer of fruits and vegetables in the world. Mangoes. So, major mangoes producing states are Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. Oranges, they are grown in Nagpur, Cherrapunji, this is in Meghalaya. Bananas are well grown in Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Lychee and guava, these fruits are grown well in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Pineapples are the major producing Meghalaya. And grapes, they are grown in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Apples, pears, apricots and walnuts, these are produced by Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. And India produces 1/6 of the world vegetables. And you know, we are the important producers of peas, cauliflower, onions, cabbage, tomatoes, brinjal and potatoes. Rubber, it is an equatorial crop, but under special conditions, it is grown in tropical and subtropical areas. And it requires moist and humid climate, and the rainfall should be more than 200 centimeters, and it requires temperature above 20 degrees, and it is an industrial raw material. It is grown in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Garo Hills of Meghalaya. And India is one of the world's leading natural rubber producers. Next, children, fiber crops. jute, cotton and natural silk. See, these are the major fiber crops which are grown in India. Cotton and jute, they are naturally grown in soil. But the natural silk, this is obtained from the cocoons of silkworms when they are fed on the mulberry leaves. And the rearing of this silkworm for producing of silk fiber is known as sericulture. Another crop, children, cotton, requires 6 to 8 months to mature, and the raw material for cotton textile industry. And India, it is the third largest producer of cotton in the world, and the major cotton producing states are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Another crop, children, it is jute, and this jute is also known as golden fiber, and it grows well on well drained fertile soil which is available in floodplains, and these plains are renewed every year with a new soil, and it requires high temperature during the growth period. And jute is well grown in states like West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha and Meghalaya. And this jute is used in making gunny bags, mats, ropes, yarn, carpets and other artifacts, means the commodities which are made by humans. So due to this, the cost of production is more, and these fiber are losing market, and there is a more demand for synthetic fiber and packing materials. So children, I hope you all have understood the lesson well. Let us recapitulate what we have learned in today's class. So we have learned what is meant by agriculture, and we have learned the various types of farming like simple subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming. And we also have learned about the various cropping seasons like Rabi, Kharif and Zaid, and what are the different crops which are grown in these seasons. And we have also learned about the major crops like paddy, wheat, maize, millets, pulses which are grown in our country. And we also have learned about the food crops and non-food crops which are grown in our country. Make a table showing the details of different food crops and non-food crops. There are few questions. You have to answer these questions, children. First question is, you make a table showing the details of different food crops and non-food crops, and you also write the name of the states which produce them, and you also specify the geographical conditions for its growth. So you make a table. Then another question, children, you mark each crop a particular symbol, and you try to locate the food crops and non-food crops on India outline map. For better understanding of the concepts, children, you solve the worksheets, and please visit the official website of SCRT for worksheets. Thank you, children.